Hey everyone, welcome back to Joe Naab Talks Sports. We're going to take a look at some of the rookies to watch in the NFL and for the 2017 season. Starting off with a quartet of rookie running backs making their debut last week. You'd think Leonard Fournette would be leading the way, but it was actually the third round pick, 86th overall, Kareem Hunt, making a huge entry into the league, even though he started off with a fumble on his very first carry, brushed it off, ended up setting the single game yards from scrimmage record for a rookie debut with 246 yards, 17 carries, 148 on the ground. It's an 8.7 average and a touchdown at 5 catches for 98 yards. He had that huge 78-yard touchdown play, 2 touchdowns receiving. Look for him to continue to thrive in what is looking like a really talented Chiefs offense, as well as a pretty stacked defense to continue to give them back the ball. Heading over to Jacksonville and Leonard Fournette, also making a big debut against the Houston Texans, a great defense. Took him 26 carries to get 100 yards, almost a 4-yard per carry average, pretty good. Added a touchdown, 3 catches for 24 yards. Look for him to hopefully continue to bolster that ideally talented Jacksonville offense. Really sort of on Blake Bortles to see where that team goes this year. Over to Dalvin Cook. Drafted in the second round, 41st pick. Made a pretty good debut with the Vikings, who looked really good against a pretty shaky Saints defense, but still 22 carries, 127 yards. That's a 5.8 yard average. Kind of a slow start, you could see, but as he sort of settled in, that offense got a little more comfortable. They started taking away that game. They really could rely on him to really close that game out against a Drew Brees-led offense. And then over to Chicago, Tariq Cohen, 119th pick overall, really shocked some people with his averages. Obviously, he's not the guy in Chicago. Jordan Howard, with his breakout rookie campaign last year, will still eat up a lot of the carries in Chicago, but look for Cohen to come in as sort of a Darren Sproles change of pace back. We saw spurts of it in the preseason. Would it translate to a real NFL game? And we saw that against the defending NFC champs in Atlanta, that he was able to be pretty impressive. 5 carries for 66 yards. That's 13.2 per carry. Added another 8 catches for 47 yards and a touchdown. On to the defensive side of the ball, TJ Watt, brother of JJ. Was he going to be as effective as his brother coming into the league? Had 7 tackles, 2 sacks, pretty good stat line. Also added a pretty athletic interception and about 17-yard return. So look for him to continue to work on his game and maybe add a key piece to that Pittsburgh defensive line for years to come. Adoree Jackson over in Tennessee, not an impressive stat line. I think he had 4 tackles, but watching that game, he had a really impressive goal line pass defense against Amari Cooper that really sort of caught my eyes, as well as a hurdle on a obviously very athletic play on a kick return. I think he's a real talent that could really add some dynamic elements to that secondary in Tennessee. Over to the quarterbacks, Deshone Kizer looked pretty comfortable really in that Browns offense. Starting a rookie quarterback is always going to be shaky, especially one that was not necessarily a for sure first overall pick. Really had to fight this offseason for that #1 starting spot, but Cleveland was able to buy in, trade away Osweiler, really say, hey, this is our guy. Hopefully he can end that spell to that revolving door of quarterbacks over in Cleveland and settle in and get that franchise turned around. Over in Houston, Deshaun Watson made his debut, not in the starting role, but as Tom Savage really struggled. He was able to come in and provide a bit of a spark. You know, you definitely heard the fans cheering louder when he got in and started making some plays in an offense that was looking really poor, really made that Jacksonville defense look like the '85 Bears. So Watson didn't look nearly as comfortable as Kizer. Definitely some flat passes. I think he maybe completed only about 50% of his passes, only 102 yards, touchdown and interception to, you know, sort of even out. But look for him if they continue to call his number. You know, and they say, hey, this is our guy. Look for his confidence to sort of grow. That team in general, I think, needs to continue to be uplifted and work together to sort of mend and really create something. They've definitely got the right pieces out there in Houston, definitely have a talented defense behind them. Look for Watson to hopefully get a little bit more confidence and start making more plays as he continues to grow in his NFL career. For more similar videos, definitely hit the subscribe button and follow me on Twitter as I live tweet these games in week 2.